Look, I found all my ice fishing stuff jammed in a tub. And it is going to suck to go through and figure out, oh gosh, where everything is and why I'm so disorganized. Look, I even found my bucket. Rocking a hopper bucket. Got my old Vexilar. Charge it up again. We'll be ready to go. I'm not looking forward to the beginning of this season. This is what happens when you unload the boat into the living room. And I took 5 or 6 boxes of cranks back out into the boat, all ready to fish the other day. I have to bring those back inside. This video is going to be real random, guys. We did make a trip to Lake Erie this week. It was largely unsuccessful. We landed 5 fish. Wasn't that great of a day for us. Had nice weather, but Ryan caught his first Lake Erie walleye, so I'll insert a clip of that right here. Well, we made a successful move, started marking lots of fish, and we got one on here. Doesn't look like a giant, but Ryan's catching his first Lake Erie walleye right here.
Boom.
Keep a fish today?
Yeah, I'll take 2.
Yeah, he's the perfect eater.
Yes, he is.
I take a bunch like that. Look at that. I bet you can even hear me better now after hours of fighting with GoPros and microphones. I think I might have something figured out. I hate GoPros. I'm just going to tell you that right now. So, no matter what, I'm making a video out of this stuff because I made this microphone work, I think. So, we're going to get random. We're going to talk about river walleyes. We're going to talk about how I think they position based on some current and why I think it's different when you're fishing in a boat versus when you're ice fishing on what type of current you want. We're going to dig into that and maybe a little bit more here in a second. Alright, so I'll keep this quick because keeping anybody's attention on YouTube in 2018 is pretty darn hard. Alright, so this is kind of like a river walleye theory I've been working on for the last couple of years. Something I've been noticing after hours and hours of watching them on a Vexilar and sitting on the river all day. So this pretty much applies to any river you might ice fish that has like a defined, dredged channel in it. It all comes down to this. When you're open water fishing for river walleyes in a boat, you want current to take your boat to the fish. But when you're on the ice, you want low current so that the fish come to you because you're stuck in a hole and can't go to them. And that's, if I had to just break it down and say it simple, that's how I'm thinking about it. And the reason is because when there's fast current, I believe the fish pick a break line, they pick the depth and current seam that they're comfortable on, and they all sort of pack into it and they all run upriver, using that break line. They don't vary left and right a lot, and they don't come up off bottom a lot. They're a lot harder to get to come up off bottom when there is a fast current because they tip their nose up once at your bait. They might do it another half a time, but then they have to get back down to bottom real quick, stick their nose back down, or else they're going to get swept down, and they can't turn left or right because they'll just get swept away with the current. And they just don't move around a lot laterally in the river. They kind of pick their break line that they're going to run, and so if you come out and drill a hole on the ice and you've only got an hour to fish after work and you drill a hole here, you're not going to have a very good evening. So it makes it tough. But when there's low current, they swim around a lot more. They seem to swim left and right a lot more, and they're so much easier to get to come up off bottom when there's low current. They act like they're in a lake and the current doesn't affect them. They don't have to be pushed back down towards bottom. And they chase up and they chase up and they'll chase up again, and I always try to make the mark on the Vexilar meet the fish coming up as it's coming down. If you can put those two marks together and make them meet, usually on your second or third hop, you got a pretty good chance of getting that fish to bite. And the higher you get them, a lot of times the more likely they are to bite too. And everybody likes to get them right up high, up off the, under the ice. But when there's slow current, that's when you can do that. They do not act like that at all when there's a fast, steady current. I have so much more success sitting on the ice when there's a lower current, and I can work fish on the screen for a longer period of time, I can get them farther up off bottom. I feel like I have a lot better success getting those fish to bite. And I'm really dying to know if anybody else has noticed this, because I know you all have seen this before. Or do you have like some completely different theory that I don't even know about? That would be awesome. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think about that. That's pretty much how I approach it. I like days with low current. I try to plan my week and plan my days at times I'm going to fish. If I don't fish all day, I'll try to, and I know which times I want to be where based on the current charts, and we'll talk about the current charts some other time. And there's a lot more to this stuff, like current breaks and eddies and side shoots and back channels, and there's all types of stuff. But this is just sort of a basic, stretch of river that we can all sort of relate to. So think about that this winter as you come into that season. Let me know what you think in the comments below. All right, I'm out.